Skol Vikings. What's up, my purple-blooded family? This is your die-hard Vikings fan, straight from the heart of Minnesota, fired up and ready to dive into the latest from Vikings news. Imagine this, our boys in purple have battled through a war zone up front, losing 9 starts on the offensive line in just 5 games, and yet here we are, still swinging. But hold up. Could a surprise hero at center be the game-changer we've been praying for? Stick with me, because this breakdown on Blake Brandel and our battered O-line is going to have you yelling Skol before we're done. Who's ready to unpack the chaos? Man, if you've been watching these first 5 weeks, you know the offensive line has been our biggest headache and honestly our biggest story. We've got 9 starts lost already. Folks, that's not just bumps and bruises. That's a full-on demolition derby up front. The projected starting 5? They haven't taken a single snap together. Not one. It's forced our young guns into the fire, getting real reps that could build a dynasty if we play our cards right. Think about it. These kids are developing on the fly, turning lemons into purple lemonade. But hey, Vikings fam, does this feel like last year's rerun? Or are we finally toughening up? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear if you're optimistic or pulling your hair out. And let's not sugarcoat it. This chaos has ripple effects everywhere. Our QB, whether it's Wentz holding down the fort or McCarthy when he's back, needs protection to unleash that downfield magic. Without a solid pocket, our run game stalls, and suddenly we're one-dimensional against defenses like the Browns beasts. Stats don't lie. We've allowed 22 pressures in those 5 games, per PFF way above our average. It's gritty, it's Vikings football, but it's testing our depth like never before. What if this adversity forges the toughest line in the league? That's the fire I'm feeling, passion, pure and simple. Who's with me on believing we bounce back stronger? Now, zoom in on the epicenter of this mess. The center position. It's been a revolving door of hurt, starting with our starter Ryan Kelly sidelined on IR after back-to-back concussions. Missed 2 full games and halves of 2 others. That's brutal, especially for a guy we banked on to anchor the middle. Then boom, backup Michael Juergens pulls a hamstring. Healing up but questionable for action. We've got 0 pure centers healthy right now, forcing us to get creative. It's like the football gods are daring us. Vikings, show me what you've got. And fam, in the world of Vikings news, this is where heroes are born or buried. Sound familiar? Yeah, it's that edge-of-your-seat drama we live for. Remember that nail-biter against the Browns in London? Juergens was out, Kelly on the shelf, and we had to throw a curveball. Enter Blake Brandel, our versatile Swiss Army knife from the 2020 draft, stepping up to snap the ball for the first time. Ever. College? Nope. NFL? 0 snaps at center. Yet there he was, facing the league's meanest D-line, Myles Garrett breathing down his neck. He played all 65 offensive snaps, clean exchanges, no botched hikes. PFF might ding him overall, but pass pro? Just 2 pressures allowed, 1 sack. That's poise under fire, Viking style. What do you think? Underrated gem or fluke? Hit me in the comments. I need your hot takes. But here's the juice that has me pumped. Brandel's not just surviving. He's thriving in ways we didn't see coming. Communication. Spot on from the jump, calling protections, getting the lines synced like they've been doing it for years. That's huge for center. You're the quarterback's whisperer, the brain of the blocking scheme. Without it, we're scrambling like a bad hike. Brandel nailed it, and it kept Wentz upright long enough for those chunk plays. In 5 games, our O-lines allowed 12 sacks total, but that Browns game, we held M to 2. Coincidence? Nah, that's Brandel magic. Vikings fans, if this guy's clicking, does he lock down the future? I'm all ears. Spill it below. Fresh off that London thriller, our offensive coordinator Wes Phillips couldn't hold back the praise, and trust me, when Wes talks, we listen. He's been scheming this line since day 1, and he dropped this gem. Going back to years past, Blake hasn't played a lot of center, but they're always working those guys because of these situations. See? It's not luck. It's prep. Phillips highlighted how interior backups like Brandel train as swing guards with center flex, QC exchanges in practice, scout team reps mixed in sneaky style. It's that behind-the-scenes grind that pays off when the lights hit brightest. And against Cleveland's monsters? Brandel'S stepped up huge. Who's your unsung hero on this squad? Tag him in the comments. Let's celebrate the grinders. Phillips didn't stop there. He went full hype mode on Brandel'S command. The communication was what everyone was really impressed with throughout the week, and then obviously the play in the game. Boom! That's the secret sauce. Center's all about barking orders, adjusting on the fly, making sure Ed Ingram and Garrett Bradbury are locked in. Brandel'S? He owned it, no hesitation. It's like he was born for this, even if the tape says otherwise. Stats back it. 0 pre-snap penalties in that start, per NFL Next General in a season where we've fumbled 3 snaps league-wide. That's gold. Fam, does this make you believe in our depth? Or are we one injury from disaster? Your call. Comment now. The real mic drop from Phillips? This bombshell. The way Blake handled this game, I think we might be looking at a situation where this could be his best position of all 5 across the line. Whoa! Did you catch that? Best spot for Brandel'S, our jack-of-all-trades who started at tackle, guard, now center? He's played 60 games, 23 starts, and suddenly middle might be his throne. Getting Juergens back to practice is a bonus, sure, but Phillips is eyeing long-term. Imagine, Brandel'S anchoring for years, freeing up that 6th lineman versatility elsewhere. Vikings news is buzzing. Is this our fix? Pumped or skeptical? Let's debate in the replies. With Juergens nursing that hamstring and Kelly locked on IR for at least 3 more, meaning 4 games minimum, we're staring down a decision that could reshape the trenches. Phillips called it a plus to have Juergens practicing, but Brandel'S tape has heads turning. Juergens is the pure center, second-year pro with the nuances down pat, but Brandel'S got that vet savvy, 315 pounds of nasty, experience at every spot. PFF graded Juergens a 62.4 in limited action. Brandel'S at 58.7 overall but 72 in pass block. Close call, right? It's like choosing between a specialist and a utility knife. Vikings fam, who starts next? Juergens for purity or Brandel'S for grit? Vote in the comments. Make it rowdy. This isn't just about one game. It's a fork in the road for our offense. If Brandel'S the long-term answer and Phillips is hinting hard, that means stability in the middle, cleaner snaps, better calls. But the flip side? Losing his swingman flex. He's our emergency everywhere, that trusted 6th guy who can plug any hole. Shift him permanent and suddenly depth thins. We've seen it bite us. 9 starts lost, young bucks like rookie Joe Huber stepping up at guard for the wrist surgery Donovan Jackson. It's a high-wire act, balancing now and forever. What would you do, coach? Sacrifice versatility for a center lock? Sound off. Your voice matters here. As we gear up post-bye, health's trickling back. O'Neal's MCL healing. Darrisaw's knee steady since his return. But the center saga? Is the wild card keeping me up at night. We've dropped from 305 yards per game average to 278 in injured stretches, per ESPN stats. Fix the middle and watch Sam Darnold wait Wentz carve him up, or McCarthy when he's cleared. It's that butterfly effect. Solid line means explosive runs from Jordan Mason, deep shots to our receivers. Vikings news alert. This could be the pivot to playoffs. Feeling the momentum? Or worried about the where? Hit the comments. Let's build hype together. Now, fast forward to the spotlight. Sunday against the Philadelphia Eagles at US Bank Stadium. Our Purple Palace roaring back to life after the international jaunt. Juergens' hamstring calls the shots. Whoever's under center could swing this NFC East clash. Eagles are 4-1, stingy up front with that Ndamukong Suh vibe still echoing, allowing just 18 points per game. Our O-lines faced beasts, but Philly's pass rush? Top 5, 19 sacks already. If Brandel'S snapping, his comms better be symphony level. Or Juergens. Fresh legs could spark. Either way, it's do or die for protection. Who's got the edge? Vikes or Birds? Predict the score below. Make it bold. Picture the stakes. A win catapults us to 4-2. Right in the hunt with Detroit and Green Bay lurking. Lose and we're scrambling, especially with Chargers and Lions looming. That center spot? It's the decider. Mess up protections, and Jalen Hurts feasts on turnovers. We've held foes to 23.8 points allowed average. Philly scores 28.4. Stats scream tight, but heart says Vikings. Brandel'S London grit? Proof we adapt. Or Jurgen's return? Fresh fire. It's electric, fam, this game's a statement. You tailgating? Who's your player to watch? Comments open. Let's pack that stadium vibe. And let's talk real. This injury plague has been Vikings' news headline all season, but it's forging resilience. 9 starts lost? We've rotated 12 linemen already, per team trackers. Young blood like Huber getting reps? Future gold. But center's the crux. Brandel'S emergence feels destined. Like that 2020 draft steal paying eternal dividends. Phillips' words echo, trained for this, stepped up. If he owns Philly, we're golden. Eagles fans invading? Bring it, we're hungrier. What's your gut on the outcome? Win by 7? Overtime thriller? Spill it. I live for these chats. We've chewed through the grit, the praise, the what-ifs. Now the big picture. Our O-line's not broken. It's battle-tested. From 0 snaps together to Brandel'S center debut holding Cleveland's Wolves at bay, this unit's got soul. Stats. 24.6 points scored per game despite the hits. That's heart. Vikings news keeps delivering these gems, reminding us why we bleed purple. But the real win, us the fans staying locked in. Who's inspired by Brandel'S story? A backup becoming the anchor? Tag a friend who needs this motivation. Teasing ahead. If Brandel'S the guy, does he snag an extension? Jurgens pushes back? Or Kelly's return flips the script? It's endless intrigue, keeping our offense humming toward January dreams. We've weathered 5 weeks of hell. Imagine the roar when we're whole. Fam, this is why Vikings football hooks you. Unpredictable, unbreakable. Feeling that Skol surge? Good, hold it tight. What's one change you'd make up front? Comments now. Fuel the fire. Wrapping this whirlwind. From O-line apocalypse to Brandel'S breakout, it's all Vikings news gold. We've got the tools, the toughness, the tales to tell. But we need you in the fight. Smash that like if you're riding with Brandel'S at center. Drop your Eagles prediction below. Subscribe for every hot take. And share this with your crew. Let's flood the feeds with purple pride. Skol Vikings, until next time, keep the faith. Who's with me?